Imagine trying to do your job, like sweeping floors or carrying heavy buckets, while dozens of strangers are just live streaming your every move to thousands of people online.
Yeah, that sounds like an absolute nightmare, honestly.
Right. And if you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by, the sheer number of smartphone cameras everywhere you go, you are really going to appreciate this deep dive. Our mission today is to explore how a simple red armband at a Japanese zoo reveals this massive modern clash between social media, privacy, and public duty.
It is such a fascinating case study.
It really is. Okay, let's unpack this. Because normally, a business dealing with too many cameras would just, put up a no photo sign. But this zoo couldn't do that because of a really strange legal dilemma.
Right, exactly. So this all started back in late June at the Ichikawa City Zoo and Botanical Garden. They introduced these specific red armbands for their staff to wear that basically say no photography. And the whole thing was actually sparked by a monkey.
Wait, a monkey? A monkey caused a legal privacy issue for the staff. How does that even happen?
Well, yeah, this specific monkey, his name is Punch Kun, was trying to join a troop, and his story just went massively viral online.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so suddenly the zoo was flooded with all these people trying to film him. But what's fascinating here is the legal insight from the zoo's section chief, Yasunaga. Because these zookeepers work for a municipal zoo, they are technically civil servants.
Oh, wow. I mean, you hear civil servants and you usually think of, like, a politician or maybe a tax clerk, not a zookeeper scooping manure.
Right, exactly.
It totally changes how you view their rights to privacy. It's like how we expect politicians or police officers to be filmed, but applied to someone who is literally just trying to sweep a monkey enclosure.
Yeah, it's wild. Under Japanese law, public workers have what's called a scope of endurance.
A scope of endurance?
Yeah, it's this legal threshold, meaning they basically just have to put up with being filmed as part of their public duty up until the point it severely violates their personal rights. So previously, being filmed by visitors was just considered, part of the job.
But wait, I'm kind of confused. If the filming was causing so much trouble, why didn't the zoo management just ban cameras entirely across the whole park?
Well, they couldn't issue a blanket ban without ruining the experience for normal visitors, but they really had to draw a line because the attention shifted away from the monkey and onto the keepers themselves.
Oh. So they became the subject.
Exactly. It wasn't just like casual background filming anymore.
Okay, so how was it actually hurting them?
Fans were obsessively tracking the staff. I mean, they were shoving phones in their faces while they carried heavy equipment. They were even posting their daily work schedules online.
Oh, that is definitely crossing a line. That goes from public transparency straight into targeted harassment.
Precisely. It made the keepers fear for their privacy even outside of work hours, which pushes way past that scope of endurance we just talked about.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So the red armband was introduced. It clearly says, please don't film, but it acts as much more than just a sign. The staff actually describe it as a psychological talisman.
A talisman,
It's
like a protective charm.
Exactly, yeah, an omamori. It gives them peace of mind. And it worked too. The sneaky, aggressive photography has drastically decreased, which lets them actually focus on the animals.
So what does this all mean? Does this mean the staff are just completely closed off from the public now? Like, are they just shielding themselves behind these red armbands all day?
Actually, no, and that's where the nuance comes in. The zoo leaves the decision to wear the armband entirely up to the individual keeper. They aren't forced to wear it constantly.
Here's where it gets really interesting, because the keepers actually choose to take their armbands off during the most active parts of the day, like feeding times.
Yeah, it's such a cool detail. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's a fascinating look at how humans manage boundaries. The keepers remove the armbands during feeding because they know that's when the monkeys are the most lively.
Right, and they want you, the visitor, to be able to capture those vibrant, exciting photos of the animals, right?
Exactly. They don't want you feeling guilty or restricted by a warning sign. It is a real testament to their deep professionalism.
It's ironic, though, isn't it? Like, they fought to get this boundary to protect their mental health. But the moment the animals are doing something cool, they willingly drop the shield for the sake of the visitors.
It is ironic, yeah. But it shows that people are willing to endure a temporary loss of privacy as long as they feel they are in control of that boundary. They navigate this really intense friction between their right to privacy and their public role, and they still choose to prioritize your experience at the zoo when it matters most.
It really reframes how you look at those armbands. I mean, they aren't just a wall shutting people out. They are a necessary, flexible boundary. They protect the staff's mental well-being while still actively preserving the magic of the zoo experience for everyone else.
Exactly. It proves that taking care of the people behind the scenes actually makes the public experience better, not worse.
Yeah, absolutely. So thinking back to that overwhelming sea of smartphone cameras everywhere you go, it really leaves you with something to ponder. If zookeepers need a physical talisman just to protect their privacy from social media, what other everyday public-facing jobs might soon need their own version of a red armband?
That is a really great question.
Definitely something to think about next time you pull out your phone.